if you don't want to talk about stroke, just scroll on by. People don't like talking about it, especially people that don't have a familiar basis with stroke don't like talking about it. There seems to be this like heavy or sad connotation. And just because I share something that's stroke related does not mean that it's sad. It doesn't mean that we're sitting around complaining or crying. Sometimes it's simply because more people need to know. I truly believe that we're all many people, and again, not everybody, but the vast majority of people are born into this pool where there's no physical deficits, no mental deficits, and obviously there are categories that are, but then people in the stroke world, that comes later in life, right? They've lived a relatively normal life, if you will. There's exceptions, and then one day, boom, everything in their life changes. They could walk this day, and the next day they couldn't. They could talk this day, and the next day they couldn't. But they are expected not to talk about that experience or share about it. And there seems to be just a lot of resistance about embracing the fact that people can go through a life change or a life shift where they are a different person than they were before. And I just have this feeling that I'm going to just share whether you like it or not. So if this isn't for you, it's not for you. But if you're open to understanding a group of people that is unfortunately growing, stroke is growing at an astronomical rate, but particularly for younger people. So we have an aging population that is growing, right? All of the baby boomers are getting up there. They're getting into stroke age, but there is an increasingly larger amount of young people that are having strokes for a variety of reasons. And it is important to talk about it. It's important to say, hey, yeah, you had a stroke, or my loved one had a stroke, and it's okay, and not have the other person on the other end shy away from the conversation and want to change the topic. I'm not saying that, oh my God, my husband had a stroke and now our life sucks and it's the worst ever. Do I feel like that sometimes? Sure, there are times that I have those feelings, but it doesn't mean I'm going to sit and complain and, it doesn't have to bring down the whole entire conversation. So I'm here to normalize talking about it, and that's why I'm here. I wanted to share that with you. So if you're here to get educated about stroke, that's what's interesting. There's probably nobody here that isn't familiar with stroke in some capacity that's hanging out. But for all you other people that get it, you know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about. Also, it is a beautiful, beautiful sunny day today. I'm out here getting some endorphins.